first letter to Timothy. First letter to Timothy, chapter 4. It says, "Now the Spirit clearly says that in the last days some people will abandon the faith by following deceitful spirits and doctrines of demons, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their own conscience seared, forbidding to marry, and commanding to abstain from foods which God has created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and know the truth." Well, the first thing that we see here is that for you to apostatize from faith, it says here that some will apostatize from faith listening to doctrine. Now, where is it that you listen to doctrine? In a baseball field? In the Lions Club? No, when you go to a church, because if you're going to hear doctrine, it is to say that that is done in a church. Oh, so it isn't demons, pastors with horns and volatile spirits. No, there are demons in the aspect that they are pastors. The demons are the reverends. Because it says that they will depart from faith listening to doctrines of demons. It is to say that that doctrine of demon is preached by a man, a woman, a priest, a pastor, a person that preaches in a church where people go to hear God, but they wind up listening to doctrines of demons. So the first thing we see is that to listen to a doctrine, you have to go to a church. And where they speak of doctrines, it's exactly in temples, synagogues, and religious places. Now, what is the characteristic? This is the second step. The characteristics of a church where a pastor teaches doctrines of demon. Notice that the first characteristic for you to know that in a church there is doctrines of demon is that they prohibit. How many churches prohibit it? In this church, we prohibit that women use pants. In this church, we prohibit that a woman use makeup. There are many prohibitions. In this church, we prohibited people to eat meat on Fridays. All doctrines of demons begin prohibiting. Now, where are prohibitions born out of? From the law. In this case that we are noticing worldwide on television and the newspapers is that they've been prohibiting to marry. Now, one of the, and I would say the only one worldwide that for their leaders can minister is that they cannot marry. Apparently, they think that to give a better service or a better communion with God, the person shouldn't marry, because if he marries, he has sex, and it seems that for them, sex is bad. When Paul said that let marriage be honorable. Now, why all of this is going on amongst the Catholic institution? Because they prohibit to marry, and to prohibit to marry is one of the characteristics of the doctrinal demons